Hello, hello, and welcome back to 1000xResist. This is part 16 and possibly the final part. Please, God, let it be the final part. Oh my God. Um, this is still me, like seconds away from ending the previous part. I just want this game to be over right now. I will probably, I was thinking about it at the end of the previous part, but what I'm probably gonna do is after we finish the game in this part, I'm gonna do probably some kind of final thoughts recording that is sort of either separate or I'll just append it to the end of this video. Because after I finish this game, I'm gonna need a moment to think about everything that we've experienced and sort of how I feel about it. But we still have some more to go. So until then, let's just try to take a look at this epilogue that I guess I've chosen for myself or that's been presented to us. I can't believe Principal became a cyber goth. Like, what? So, are we we're underwater, right? But we can see her face, so. Are we in VR? What the hell is this design? This is crazy. Principal is also immortal, so we have no idea how long uh, ago this was. We can see where we're going and what we're looking for. And we sound like Zhao, but we could be someone else. I mean, the cloning technology is gone, but, well, or at least it ran its course for the most part. But remember how Healer was poking at that 5-0? I wonder if maybe uh, we have gone back to traditional methods.
Here lies a watcher without grace or graciousness. You were my fault. You were my favorite.
So these are the epitaphs that President wrote.
May you be your own now, Hacky Grace. I don't think it's anyone's fault. She's my favorite too.
I bet she was. Oh, you can see her shade. That's a nice touch. Guiding us to the next place, eh? Nothing in Fixer's place. Should we go to Shell? I'm not seeing much that would be worth going towards. I guess this is maybe a processing time that we're given, but there's still more to see.
Here lies an army of bewildered and brainwashed sisters who were set on a path irreversible.
The red shells, the red guard.
I knew each of you by name. May you forgive what had to be done, Hacky Grace. I'm not very good with names.
I do like that you sort of get to choose your own ending to a certain limited degree.
Here lies a bang-bang fire with clumsy wandering roots who fought the gun and lost. Let your hands be clean now. You are swimming, Hacky Grace. I'll place candies here.
Do you only see one shade at a time? She jumped down. So vivacious. There's something over there. I'm sniffing around. My directional challenges aside. I'll figure it out one day. Hold on. What if we go up this way? Whee! Yup. Oh, no, we get let off towards Shell. Shit! But I want to go to the alcove. Oh, there's something in the glass box.
Here lies a terrorist, Blue, who would lose herself in the dreams of others and found a lifetime of solace in tastes and bitters. You found your own footing. We still have much to talk about. Hecky Grace. It's always nice to have someone to talk to.
Blue is more of the player stand-in, right? The listener. Looking at Watcher. Ah, where to now, though? Up here, right? No, not up here. In front of the Fox Shrine?
Here lies a stoic knower who listened smartly to every story she was told and committed her life to architecture. You were my trusted and burdened. You are safe to be soft now, Hecky Grace. Soft. Soft is nice.
Oh, I guess these graves don't light up until we find the others, eh? The flashlight seems so pointless. What is this? This speck of light. I can't believe I'm still being confused by this game. And the architecture in the orchard. Still. Fixer's couch.
Here lies a reckless fixer who discovered our first forms of flight and disappeared. You loved too much. May you let the broken things be broken. Hecky Grace. Love too much. Maybe I will grow up to be just like her.
Healer. Watcher and Fixer. Why are they of a different height? I still don't get it. They're clones. They should have the same height. Ah. Watcher's probably just wearing, like, I don't know, platforms or something. Wait, who's left? Healer. And she's below us. Is she at the horse statue? I can't think of where Healer would be, if I'm being honest. Healer was never really in any place other than the birthing center. So I guess I should have just gone to the birthing center then. I wonder how many little Easter eggs you can find with the shades.
Here lies a flawed and fallible healer who thrived in her late years as a cultural icon.
Huh?
Despite my efforts, your days were full of feeling. You were the most human of us all. Hecky Grace, I'm a big fan. What's it like to be a legend?
Return to principal. Healer and BBF. Oh, now I have to go back to principal. Cybergoth principal. Oh boy. If I can figure out how to get to her, shit. Here we go. This is the path to Mama. Hi.
My memory isn't what it used to be, but in the fractures, something new takes place. The past is always changing, isn't it?
Your sisters, I've heard so much about them.
There was a time when I took care of them. Then, for a while, they took care of me. And now it's my turn again. It's as simple as that.
I'm glad I came.
There's one more sight I want you to see. One I am particularly fond of. There is a cave where water used to part. Please, if you don't mind.
Find where youngest remains.
Here lies a small-minded Jiao who was born from the dirt of revolution and smiled through long days of cherry picking and horticulture. You are still the most beautiful thing I've seen. I follow you now, Hecky Grace.
Cherry.
Here lies my harmed and hateful beloved, who found justice after her passing. Only you knew me. Let us begin again, Hecky Grace. This one looks like it's been rewritten over and over.
President?
A mother once told me, take what you wish and leave the rest. A strange one she was. Anything you care to leave? I can't promise I'll look after it though. Forever is a long time, you understand. So,
I'd like to leave a picture.
I see. A nostalgic type, like me. Of what?
A friend.
Ah, very good. I'll find a spot.
You're staying behind?
Forgive me, I'm one for lingering. But you, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
I am.
You'll be back again? Maybe I'll write one for you. No worries. I'll see you on the other side.
The ship surfaced. The skies are blue again, so I guess Secretary removed the Tesseract as well. Ah! We finally did it! Ah! Okay. I have a lot of thoughts about this game, and those need time to coalesce. But to give my, most off-the-cuff impression, this game is fucking awesome. I love it. It's so well written, it's so well acted, it's so well voiced, it's so well directed. There are so many crannies and mysteries and intricacies, ups and downs, parallels. It's probably one of the most layered narratives I've seen in a video game. It also isn't much of a game. It's more of an interactive storytelling experience, which I am totally fine with. I am totally cool with an interactive storytelling experience. If anything, all of the elements of the game that sort of were there to pretend that the game was still a game, I found very irritating. I would have much rather just been given the story. I had long accepted what this game was. It seemed insane to me that the game itself felt that it needed to have a final boss of the Zip Zop Zoodle. I don't want to disrespect the choice made to give the player some breathing room and something to do. But wasn't my favorite. Out of all the things that are in this game that I think are fantastic, that wasn't my favorite. Hey, all of you writer people, Remy, Pinky, Connor, great fucking job. You guys did amazing. This game is so well written. It's incredible. God, what a fantastic experience. Really just a smash hit, I would say. Do I have any other thoughts off the cuff that I want to share? Aside from the Zip Zop Zoodle being not my favorite, I think the rest of the game is really good. The music is fantastic. I don't know, this game, it feels like I watched 8 movies. And I mean that in a positive way. It's just really good. Yeah, I don't know. Do I have anything else to say that isn't considered? I loved how this game was not straightforward, but clear regardless. You know what I mean? I think the game, you definitely have to think about it, right? But I think the game encourages you to think about it and encourages you to come to your own conclusions rather than telling you exactly what's going on all the time. And then sometimes it gives you a little, it gives you a little treat, and tells you what it is about at the end of the day. And I appreciate that. I appreciate a work of art that respects the intelligence of the reader without going out of its way to be obtuse. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think every story needs to be like this one. But I think the way that this game was told was a deliberate and useful choice, because I think a big part of this game was all about how, controlling information is a type of power, right? And by sort of dictating the way in which you experience the game, it sort of is mirroring that understanding about the control of information being a method of power. And finding the truth being a difficult but worthwhile endeavor. I think it's great. yeah, I think that's all that I have to say, especially now that the credits are over and we're dumped back on this black screen. Um, my final closing thoughts for my off the cuff thing is that I love this game a lot. I think it's so good. I really hope that the people who watched the first episode and got to the end and heard me say, go buy this game and just play it yourself, listened to me and did that. I really hope that they did. And I hope that you guys, the ones who came with me through this whole experience, I hope that you enjoyed it. And I also hope that you drop some coins for the dev, even though you already know what's going on and what happens. Well, I guess you could find your own ending if you didn't like the one that I picked. But anyway, that's it for me off the cuff. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in a little bit, or I'll see you next time. Bye bye! Hey guys, I'm back for my sort of post-game thoughts. It's been about a month for me since I finished the game, so I've had a lot of time to stew on it. And actually, I feel like I went over a lot of like the major things that I would have to say in my on-the-cuff sort of discussion over the credits. But I do want to hit just like, you know, the usual for like gameplay, sound design, visuals, and narrative thing that I almost always do. Almost always. Anyway, so you know, after having a month to think about it, let's talk about gameplay. 1000xResist doesn't have much gameplay, as we well know. I don't like the final boss of the Zip Zop Zoodle. I think the Zip Zop Zoodle honestly is pretty superfluous. I understand that it sort of exists to give the player a narrative break, and I discussed that in my off the cups section of the credits, like voiceover and stuff. But I still think it bears mentioning that, like, I don't know, it just didn't hit for me. I think it's fine, but it just didn't hit for me. I just kind of was frustrated by it most of the time, or not even frustrated, but like confused, because I just was like, isn't this just like walk around to get cutscene simulator? Like, I'm okay with that. But you know, I think ultimately, like, it's fine, but it's a little intrusive. The actual like interactive elements of the story, like obviously like picking an ending and like making your dialogue choices, that's all pretty normal for like a visual novel or interactive movie or interactive storytelling game or whatever you want to call this. And it was fine. I don't think there were any like choices that really mattered that we made until the ending, because I don't think that's the kind of game this is. I don't think this is like the kind of game where it's like a choices matters thing. So I'm totally cool with the gameplay. I think it's fine. It isn't in the way most of the time, and yeah, I think it's pretty okay. The visuals of the game I think are so good. There are so many like good like visual presentations of like cool sci-fi stuff, like the occupants and like their rings, or like the occupant's body and the source's body and secretary, and like some of the imagery that's used in like Iris's drawings, like Iris's drawing of like burnt up Fixer. Assuming that's Iris's drawing, because of course it could have been Principal, but who knows. I think it was probably Principal because Fixer never died. So, but Principal's drawing of burnt up Fixer is like so good. It's really excellent. And yeah, there's just like so many like great visual touches in the game. I tried to pick a lot of them for thumbnails, and I think the thumbnails for this game that I made are some of the best ones, because the game is hella pretty, and I take no credit for that. The game just happens to be fucking beautiful. So yeah, I think the game looks great. You know, obviously there's some visual glitches here and there, but like I think those only really happened early on, and we didn't really have any other problems with it, so I think it was okay. So yeah, I think the visuals for this game pretty good. The sound design is very good for this game, I think. Well, it's interesting. Like, oh, and I didn't even talk about the graphics of just like the shadow work. I mean, I talked about that before. I've talked about that like tons of times throughout the playthrough. I think the game just looks great. Anyway, but if we're gonna move on to sound design, like, sound effect design, I never had anything that I was like, damn, that's great sound effect design. Other than like the cough, I think that girl did in like very early on in the school section. Like I thought that was great. Like just capturing that very real cough without having the audio get like all crunchy. Like I think that was awesome. But the like, I don't know, the sound effects never like were like, oh my gosh, I love the sound effects. I love like the clack of like Watcher's feet as she walks around the floor. Like it's fine. It's all fine. You know, it's whatever. And that's fine. That's a fine place for sound design to be. But the music in this game is so good. I'm playing my favorite track in the background right now, which is The Orchard in Motion. So good. Such a good track. So fun and great to listen to. And the whole soundtrack for this game is really good. I would highly recommend it to people who like kind of like weird synthy classical stuff. Like it's really good. I love it. I think it's great. So that's like a real high point for me, is that the sound design is really good. And the voice acting and the voice direction, which I've already talked about, is so good. Like this game is so well performed. Like the quality of everything that isn't gameplay is very high. And the gameplay is whatever. Like the game, it's not really a game that is about playing it. And that sort of just leaves the story to talk about. And, you know, we've been through the story, and I've already been going for 5 minutes, so I don't want to belabor this like too much, especially since I already said a lot of things in my off-the-cuff sort of thoughts thing. But what I will say is that I think the story of this game is really, really good. I think it pulls appropriately from real life in very interesting ways that inspired me to like become more educated about sort of like some of the issues that were occurring in Hong Kong around 2020 and in 2014, which is not a thing that I normally feel the need to do when consuming media. So I think it's really awesome that the game sort of encourages that in the audience to sort of like understand what's going on and like, you know, the sort of general context of like what Iris's life was like and what the lives of Mr. and Mrs. Kwan were like. And maybe a little bit of like what the lives of the developers who made the game were like. And I think that's awesome. I also think this game has an excellently layered narrative, which I've probably said a million times on mic, but I just want to like reiterate. The characters, you know, they all have these surface level actions that they take throughout the game that then eventually get like some explanation. Like you get to see like the hidden nuanced sort of like reasons why they do why they do the things they do. I think it's especially apparent and easy to sort of spot with like Iris and Zhao, where you see like how Iris resented Zhao because Zhao was able to connect with her mother in a way that she had never been able to connect with her mother, and she resented that, and you can see how that like precipitated into her saying that awful thing about Zhao, calling her dumpster Zhao or whatever, to the entire school on the day of the dance. So like you can sort of see how like these things precipitate throughout the entire game, and you like get all of these sort of great nuanced looks into all of these individual characters who are ostensibly, you know, made of the same person, but have all of these different motivations and ideas and thoughts and feelings. And I think it's just really well done. And aside from the character work, the plot work is also just super good. Like, it's not straightforward, but it all makes sense. Yeah, I have nothing but praise for the writing of this game. I think it's excellent, as I've already said, so I don't want to belabor the point. But yeah, the storytelling of this game, obviously as a storytelling game, you would hope it would be good, and guess what? It is. It is super good. It is some of the best written sci-fi I have consumed in video game format in a long time. Yeah, just hands down, really, really good. No notes. No real notes on the storytelling of this game. So yeah. And with that, that's all of my like actual considered, oh my god, I've sat on this for a month, what do I think about the game thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you sitting through the entire game with me. If you did so, you know, I've noticed that not a lot of people have been watching it, but I think that's honestly good, because it means that anybody who's really interested in this game is playing it. But, you know, for posterity and, you know, just for my personal perfectionist standards, I wanted to come back and sort of finish this off before uploading the final epilogue part. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next game, which will happen eventually. I haven't really picked it out yet. Bye!